This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the unofficial Universal Great Britain podcast. I'm Guy, and I'm here with Dawn, Tracy, and Lee in person, and we are here to and we are here to continue delving into the Universal theme park coming to Bedford in the UK.
Wait up. I think we should consider changing the name of this podcast now.
Yeah, the official name of the resort has been announced, and it's not what we expected it to be. So,
for episode 11, we're going to discuss the announcement of the official name for the park in Bedford. And then we will continue our topic of the universal difference and discuss on-site hotels.
And this is the first time we've been together since Epic Universe opening week.
Yes, we are currently sat in, what's this place called?
Brew York.
Brew York, great beer.
In York, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking beer.
I am.
Neither am
At
I.
all.
I'm drinking beer.
Dawn is drinking alcohol.
Vodka.
Vodka.
Not vodka straight. Vodka with apple.
Well, we're
juice.
seeing Lee and Tracy in person. It seems necessary at this point.
It is awesome. It's been too long.
It's been far
it
too
feels
long.
like forever, but also it only feels like last week.
It does.
Yeah,
And
We
it's-
really struggled to find somewhere that was quiet, but we've got this whole room with comfy couches just to ourselves. It's awesome, actually.
It's like it was made for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew about that
Yeah.
when we insisted we came here. You
With
know?
a soundproof on the
Of course.
ceiling.
I don't want to think about that. We're in a dungeon.
Yeah, this is definitely a sex dungeon.
Yeah, with so many sofas.
Wait, is that the after party?
That's why I brought you guys here.
Well, that took a turn.
I don't know why you're here, but that's why I'm here.
I'm here to record a podcast.
No, it's lovely to be doing this in person.
It is.
And to have you guys outside of the screen, no audio delay. The screen, they're normally in our little laptop screens we record.
But sadly
that's
not
true,
at
yeah.
Universal.
Sadly, not at Universal. Yeah, the last time we saw these guys in person, they were walking away in City Walk, and we were in the Universal store having a butterbeer. Frozen butterbeer.
Frozen butterbeer is the best butterbeer.
It is.
No, hot is, but whatever.
Whatever.
You're all wrong.
Whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it is very nice to see you in person. But we should probably do what we came here to do and talk about Universal,
If we must.
if we must.
If we must.
As we alluded to earlier, on the 3rd of June, the official name of the Bedford Park was announced, and it is the Universal United Kingdom Resort.
Right, so let's get to that first. Let's discuss that name first. This is very interesting because I've pointed out to quite a few people at this point that outside of Universal Orlando, this is the first park we have that isn't a Universal Studios park. It is Universal United Kingdom Resort.
Well, is that the name of the park, though, or is that the name of the resort? Because it's Universal Orlando Resort with the Universal...
Yes, but Universal Studios Hollywood is Universal Studios Hollywood, not Universal Hollywood Resort. We've only
Beijing
got
is resort.
Beijing is
though.
resort, though.
And there's a Universal Studios
Universal
Beijing
Studios Beijing.
in Universal Beijing Resort. So
But
could we
then-
have a different name for the park? Is this the name of the resort?
And that's what I mean. Now, is this because we're planning multiple parks in the future?
One would hope.
I would think so. We need a northern campus.
Because otherwise it's not a resort, I don't think.
Well, I mean,
There's going to be
Beijing only has
hotels.
one park, and that's a resort. There's
But it
maybe
has
a
hotels.
hotel. We have a hotel, a city walk.
So it's a destination because then
Yeah.
you're going to have a spa and everything to do with the vacation.
I think they can get away with the resort wording as long as it is not just a park. I think park, hotel plus city walk equals resort.
Yeah, that's...
yeah.
It's interesting, we're going to, because obviously I've done the show notes for it, we're going to talk about the on-site hotels. And it's interesting talking about this, that there aren't actually many, as we'll get to later, Universal parks around the world that actually have their own on-site hotels.
There aren't.
Is that just Orlando and Beijing? Oh, we're going to talk about that later.
Spoilers.
Japan has its own hotel.
Does it?
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Not
We will get
quite.
there later.
Oh, but it has hotels on their city walk. It's a pretty hotel.
I think they've named the resort United Kingdom Resort just because Lee chose Great Britain for the podcast name.
I agree.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it was
I
just
also-
to annoy him.
Find it strange that it's UK, not
We were discussing this earlier, weren't we,
England or
Dawn?
Great Britain.
Yeah.
Well, no, England would alienate
It won't
a
be
lot of
England,
But then you
Yeah.
could have, oh, right,
Hang
okay.
on, I was going to say, but Great Britain encompasses all the British Isles and everywhere. United Kingdom is only 4 countries.
right? So that when
So they have
Universal
Ireland.
Japan opened, it wasn't called Universal Studios Asia Resort.
It wasn't, no.
Asia's a little bigger than Great Britain.
And Japan
United
is a
Kingdom,
standalone country, whereas we are joined. Yeah.
There are bigger
nations.
states in America than the United Kingdom combined.
Anyway, I find it's a bit odd. And to be fair, I should have realised that this is what it's going to be called when the website's Universal UK Project.
Yeah.
Probably should have clicked at that point that it was always going to be called Universal UK.
The part that upsets me is that the abbreviation for the podcast is now UUGBP,
Yeah,
which is...
we are not happy with that.
No, we're not happy about that. But
Well, I mean,
we'll
you say that,
survive.
but we haven't changed the name yet. We also haven't discussed that on
This
here
is
either.
true.
But
This
yes,
is
it's
true.
coming. We'll get into that a little bit more later.
Anyway,
They also posted a new press release on their website from the Department for Culture, Media and Sport. HM Treasury posted on the Wednesday, 3rd of June, 2026. Universal theme park to create 28,000 jobs between construction and operation, boosting the economy by nearly £50 billion, as Bedfordshire destination set to be UK's most popular tourist attraction.
There's nothing like tooting your own horn at that point, is there? Setting the precedent already before it's even started building.
I'm not going to argue with them at this point.
Yeah, I was going to say,
No.
I think it's a pretty fair comment.
Yeah, we have nothing of this scale.
No, we don't. Comcast NBC Universal has committed to invest over £5 billion in the entertainment resort complex during the expected 5 years of construction, as well as an additional £1 billion in capital investment over the first 10 years of operation.
Wow.
That is quite a sum.
Wow.
That is quite a sum.
Yeah, and they will make that entire investment back on butterbeer sales alone in the first 6 months.
If butterbeer
If-
is
if
available
they-
there.
yeah.
Butterbeer. This is true. This is true.
And if they've got that much money, can they give me a job, please?
Oh,
The government will support the project with an investment of £1.3 billion on regional and local community infrastructure to ensure the park can operate successfully with improved transport links for local residents and visitors from across the UK and abroad.
And that's exactly the sort of statement we need to see for the locals.
absolutely.
Because,
Yeah, we
I mean,
do.
if that was being built on our doorstep as well, we'd be worried about all of that and the impact it's going to have. So I'm glad that they're investing a lot there.
Yeah, and it's going to be transformative for the region.
It really is. Yeah.
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 And hopefully it might help the overall infrastructure of our public transport systems as well. If they can get that working regularly, maybe the rest of the trains might follow suit.
I mean, it's just, for people who aren't aware, the UK rail infrastructure just hobbles along at this point. It's not uncommon for people to get a train to one place and they get completely stuck there trying to get home.
Yep,
Dawn
that's
went
what
to
happened to
Southampton
us.
recently for a concert and had to get an Uber the entire way home because the one and only train was cancelled.
Cancelled, yes.
I try to never come home via King's Cross because I have never got a train home from there or one that's come from there if I've been a couple of towns further up. I've never managed to get a train home or the train home I'm supposed to out of London. It's
Yeah.
just a nightmare.
And
At least we do have a train network.
we do, but ironically,
Across
we
country.
have one of the most expensive train networks in the
do,
world.
yeah.
So we pay a huge amount for a service which is unreliable at best. So hopefully, with the infrastructure improvements, at least this one line will work.
That'll probably be the best line.
It probably
Yeah,
will.
it will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's the one I'm looking forward to riding. Okay, rephrase that.
That's
I
what
was
she
thinking,
said.
well, that's the only ride he's more excited about. It's like, who cares about Velocicoaster or something like that? I just want to ride the train.
A train that works would be
On time. Development will create 28,000 jobs.
Hey Tracy, 27,999 jobs plus one for you.
Yes,
Awesome.
saved entirely for you.
Awesome.
Between construction operation across a range of industries, including in industrial strategy growth driving sectors like creative technology, hospitality and construction, and is estimated to generate nearly £50 billion of economic benefit for the UK.
Crazy the amount of money that this park is going to bring into the UK.
Yeah.
Is that the figure because it's what Epic Universe has generated? Or
I guess so. Guy's just disappeared for a second. He's gone to get another beer just so everybody knows. But when you look at, like, they talk about 5 billion in investment and 1.3 from the government to bring in 50 billion, that is a hell of a profit.
It is. I mean, obviously, that's not pure profit. That's that which it's going to generate.
Yeah.
But that's the
economic
It's-
benefit for the entire, that is quite
when you
a sum.
look at jobs it's going to create.
You just
And-
hope that a lot of this brings, like we talked about with the trains and stuff, that it'll lift our whole structure as a country up,
We hope.
bringing that much money in.
And obviously we've got experience with the other parks. So we see the benefits that these parks actually bring to areas. So my thought with this is, and I've said it a few times before, is that, the surrounding theme parks are probably like crapping the pants a bit. But that's good because it's like Disney versus Universal. That bit of competition means that they're going to elevate. And for the consumer, it's win-win.
Or it doesn't, and they end up going out of business because of it. That is a real potential at this point, especially with the smaller parks.
That's a concern. So yes, not only people should you support this venture, support your local parks as well.
Then I guess it also depends on how much it's going to cost for families to not only get there, like train fares are.
Well, it's like us, we're not close. It's going to have to be a couple of days at least for us to go down. We can't go down for a day trip because it's too far.
Yeah.
I mean, that is something interesting that the BBC posted on their website, that the Universal have been told that they need to be very aware of the cost of ticket prices. And that's something I want to do the same as we did on UUOP for Epic Universe, is do a Universal United Kingdom resort prediction episode where I'll come up with a list of things and we predict when it will open, how much a ticket will be, how much an annual pass will be. And it's fun. I like doing them. Guy's back.
I'm back.
With another beer. Future entertainment resort complex will be named Universal United Kingdom Resort, as Chancellor visits site where construction will soon begin and meets first UK team members employed on the project. Didn't they have the first groundbreaking?
No, so the groundbreaking hasn't actually
happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
A lot of people were expecting it to happen on June 3rd.
It looked like it was set up for it. But it's interesting here, they've said that the entertainment resort complex we named Universal United Kingdom Resort.
Not the park. That's true.
Yes.
So I still think it's likely we'll have a park name within that resort.
Yeah, that
Like
kind of
the
makes
Islands
sense.
of Adventure.
Universal
and
Studios
Universal
Florida or Islands of Adventure.
So it might be Universal Studios Bedford at Universal United Kingdom Resort.
I would be surprised if they use Bedford personally.
But they use Orlando.
They do use
That's
Orlando and Beijing and Hollywood. It's
Singapore.
true. But these, again, we've touched on this before, and this is nothing against Bedford, but Bedford isn't quite on the same scale as an Orlando or a Beijing.
No, but then I think it may be on the same scale because Orlando, who really knows about Orlando apart from being in Disney World?
And also, if you look at Orlando, it's one of the seediest places on the face of the planet.
What's Japan called? Is it Universal Studios Japan or Osaka?
Yes, it is Japan.
Japan,
Even
instead of
though it is in
Osaka.
Osaka. So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Osaka's,
isn't it? 'Cause
trusted
Hollywood-
the Hollywood.
it's on the outskirts of Osaka, though. Because they put in a train line there, and I mean, Japanese
Japanese
trains
rail.
are
Japan,
great,
yeah, so-
but this is as well. It's like to the second.
Japanese
Now-
rail is incredible.
Now,
Yes.
excuse my geographical knowledge. Is Beijing a city
City.
Yes.
in China?
Yes.
It's a massive.
Yeah, like
It's
Shanghai.
interesting, isn't it? Why they didn't call it Universal Studios China? Why Japan's Japan and Beijing's Beijing, not China?
I think
Probably
there's...
because they're going to open. I think there was plans to open future ones, and also China is about a third of the entire world's
China
coverage.
is large. I mean, they could easily open in Shanghai to take on Disney there. Shanghai and Beijing are not close to each other.
That's an
They're not
interesting
close,
point.
no.
Yeah.
No, I think it's about I think if you did like a train journey, it's about a day. They have these amazing trains because that's on my bucket list.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll tell you what is nice right now, to actually have some official news to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for nearly a year, and this is the first real bit of solid information that we've got. It's still a lot of speculation in there, but we're still...
It does feel that at this point that we're at a tipping point where more information is likely to start trickling out as we go along.
Yes.
Like I said, it was 5 years from them announcing Epic Universe's name to it opening, and obviously from that initial name reveal, the news coming out ramped up pretty quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, because I see that like Mark Woodbury and I can't remember the lady's name. They were at number 10
Yep.
All right.
with boards and things up. It was
Well, Brian, I can't remember his name now, the guy who did, I'm going to humble brag now, the guy who did the initial presentation every morning in the media tent at Epic, he was there as well.
nice.
Okay.
Brian Roberts, I want to say he's called.
Because I think
remember.
that given that we don't have a universal park in this country, and as we talked about previously, a lot of people in England probably don't associate the universal name with theme parks.
Because there's not even a Universal Park in Europe.
in Europe.
No,
No,
it used to be Spain, but
So-
then
Spain, yeah.
it was
I think
bought
they're
out.
going to want to drip feed information out over the next years. So it's a constant reminder in the media, Universal Theme Park, Bedford, this, Universal Theme Park, Bedford, that, to try to raise general awareness.
So what I'm hearing is they should drop some merch so those of us who travel to the other parks can buy it and advertise it for free around the country.
I mean, yes, please.
Well,
Yes,
they won't,
please.
because the merch will be Universal Parks and Resorts. That's what everything is now.
Oh, I hate
No,
that.
I hate it. That was a direction Disney
generic.
went in first, and
Yeah.
you could just kind of wait and see, because it's cheaper. Right?
Of course it is.
You can understand why they would want to do that, but it sucks that you don't have that resort-specific stuff anymore.
Yeah, I know.
So carrying on, the press release said one of the largest ever investments in the UK tourism sector has been agreed between the government and Comcast NBC Universal to build an entertainment resort complex, the Universal United Kingdom Resort in Bedfordshire, that will employ thousands and entertain millions of people, featuring a world-class theme park and resort. Just says theme park, not parks, but I guess they wouldn't announce that if they were doing more right now anyway. The project will be developed by the company's Universal Destinations and Experiences segment and is the brand's first major destination in the UK and Europe. Comcast NBC Universal's investment will also bring nearly 20,000 jobs during construction and a further 8,000 jobs when it opens in 2031. With immersive storytelling, thrilling attractions and hospitality, Universal expects the site to generate nearly £50 billion of economic benefit for the economy by 2055. The government's investment unlocks regional transport and infrastructure improvements that will maximise the benefits of the development and enable wider growth across the region. The theme park and resort is expected to attract millions of visitors each year, including more than 1 million additional overseas visitors. With enabling works on the site now in progress and construction soon to begin, today marks a significant milestone in Universal advancing this landmark project. After over 100 people in the UK have been employed to work on the project, with Universal receiving expressions of employment interest from over 33,000 individuals. Approximately 80% of the employees at the theme park and resort are expected to come from Bedfordshire and the surrounding regions. To mark this milestone, Chancellor Rachel Reeves and Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy hosted Brian Roberts, there you go, Chairman of Comcast Corporation, and Mark Woodbury, Chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences, at 11 Downing Street to unveil the name and logo for the theme park and resort.
Number 11, not 10. I was close.
Very close. I still can't get my head around the fact that this is actually happening. I mean, I know it's happening. I know we talk about it happening.
But it still seems quite far away.
Yeah,
It
if
does.
you'd asked me 5 years ago, do I ever think, or can I ever see a Universal Park opening in
Oh,
England?
we've got an audience.
I would
Sorry.
have said not a chance. And the fact
Yeah.
that this is happening, mind blowing.
It still doesn't make sense to me why you would build a park in Europe here. Like, you would want the weather. It makes much more sense to do it in somewhere like Spain.
But again,
or
the
whatever,
London
but, yeah.
tourism market is incredibly valuable.
It's huge. And I still can't see why, like with the Asian parks, they have the covered glass area, like walkways and things. I can't see why they couldn't do that. So for wet weather,
Of course.
we have somewhere to
But do you,
puddle.
do you also reckon language plays a big part in...
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly,
that makes
yeah.
a
I know
good-
there's
yeah.
like Disney in Paris, and then they have Universal in Beijing and Japan, but do you think that...
an English-speaking country.
But they all have
Probably.
But they all have people who can speak English in those because
Yeah.
because native English speakers don't like to learn other languages.
We are
So,
happy
we're quite
having the
lazy.
dominant language.
Which is
But then
but it could
I
be.
guess it also goes off the fact that Universal have a UK branch of their company already settled in the UK. Because
Yep.
a friend of ours, I won't name her on here, but yeah, she works for them. And so yeah, maybe that's part of it. Already having a foothold in the UK market
Yeah.
through that is probably part of it as well.
All of this lowers the barrier of entry.
Yes.
Less things that they have to, less
Yeah.
stumbling
and,
blocks.
and maybe the infrastructure that they need is easier to get the go-ahead in the UK than it is in Europe right now.
Who knows? Maybe they approach multiple governments and
Maybe the
Possibly,
UK...
yeah.
got pushback.
no, I can't say that. We won't talk about backhanders or anything. No, it was supposed to be a joke. Something I've just thought about though is a few years ago on the other podcast, UUOP, we were switched to the UK PA group.
PR.
Whatever, PA, PR, it's all P's. So I wonder if that was the start of the British invasion, because why else would they need a UK PR department? They didn't have a foothold over in this part of the world.
There's not a huge media presence over
No.
here that they are that concerned about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Must be
Sometimes I
early
do think some
groundwork.
interesting things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we know we don't know how long this project's been in the works.
No.
The fact, me and Tracy were talking about it the other night, the fact that we have a name now tells me this has been going on for a few years at least.
Absolutely. But I mean, by the time word started leaking out, this must be years down the
Yes.
line. You know, they had a site by that point. Can you imagine the work required to find a site?
Decided this when they decided Epic, or even before that.
I mean, possibly.
I have a conspiracy theory that just popped into my head. It may be the bee speaking. Well, you know, so none of this happened while Queen Elizabeth II was still alive.
Maybe she was blocking it.
And
somehow.
then, maybe she wasn't. Maybe she's more Alton Towers.
Who knows?
So it's definitely the bee speaking.
Additionally, the Chancellor visited the site this morning, that would be Wednesday the 27th of May, where she met with Mr. Woodbury and other senior executives from Universal Destinations and Experiences, as well as many of Universal's new hires already based in Bedford. The government is committed to making the UK the best place in the world for investors. Universal choosing Bedford for its first European park is both a testament to the strength of the UK's visitor offering and creative industries, a demonstration that the UK is open for business, and the modern industrial strategy in action. The package announced today is likely to be one of the most significant investments made in the United Kingdom during this Parliament. Separately, Universal and the government are also cooperating to maximise benefits to local colleges and universities. For example, Universal is committed to world-class training opportunities for the next generation of its workforce, including through a range of apprenticeships and internships. This aligns with the government's ongoing work to unleash the potential of the Oxford-Cambridge Growth Corridor and lay the foundations for Bedford to become an innovation hub. As part of its total £1.3 billion investment, the government will provide a grant of £400 million through the Exceptional Regional Growth Fund, and the Department for Culture, Media and Sport will provide a grant of £438 million to invest in new community infrastructure to maximise the benefits of the development and support growth across the region. These grants will only be paid once Universal has completed the community infrastructure, in the case of the DCMS grant, and officially opened the theme park and resort. Again, theme park and resort.
Yep.
The Department for Transport is also going ahead with plans to upgrade the strategic road and rail network on the A421 and at Wixham Station, which will provide wider resilience and improve connectivity within the region, at an expected cost of £474 million.
Oh, so they're going to improve the road and rail network. I wonder if they're going to actually improve the rest of the network. That's
Can they
what we're
also do
just
something
on.
about the M25 at the same time?
Well,
I mean,
that's, yeah.
basically, like we said before, you hope that they shame the rest of the transport network into stepping up to those standards. But then I wonder how much a company like Universal knows about that kind of stuff. I assume they must be working with the UK government, because it's not like the US has a huge rail network, especially not around Hollywood or Orlando.
Well, there is the Orlando-Miami Bright Line.
Bright Line,
yeah, but
yeah.
that's only relatively new, isn't it?
And apparently it's in financial trouble at this point.
Already?
Is it?
Yeah,
That's only what,
there's
like
very few people riding it.
10-year-old?
I don't. It's nowhere near. It's like
That's
2
that.
years old, I think.
The thing is, in the States, they have much more of a driving culture.
They do,
When they
yes.
talk about a long drive in the States, it's completely different in scale.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
consider a long drive here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drive that we did up here to York, which is
That's
5.5
nothing
hours.
That's really nothing to
Yeah, it's a long
Americans.
drive for us.
for us.
Well, yeah.
But in the States, you have some people who commute a couple of hours each way to work a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, they are used to driving long distances. So, like a train, which covers what is a drive of around 5 hours, you know, it doesn't really
Yeah.
engage with their sort of perspective on
Yeah.
journeys.
Small country versus large country
Well, that's-
mindset.
Yeah, that's exactly the difference.
As one of the key investment commitments in the UK's Modern Industry Strategy 2025, I'm guessing that's a paper, this project directly supports the government's plan to increase business investment in the creative industries from £17 billion to £31 billion by 2035. Contributing to the broader UK growth mission, the UK's creative industries are a global engine of innovation and growth, generating £124 billion for our economy and supporting over 2.3 million jobs. Fingers crossed. As a cornerstone of our modern industry strategy, this sector drives creativity, competitiveness, and opportunity.
I want to know where they get these figures from.
I mean, these are UK government figures.
Are they?
Yeah.
So out of their arses then.
You
You'd
said
like
that,
to
not
think
me.
they've done some projection forward of knowing how Universal have opened so many theme parks now that they will know how much those parks bring in, plus the wider reach of economy, like bringing into like Orlando or Hollywood or Beijing or Japan, whatever it is.
Yeah, all these numbers are backed up somehow. It's just whether you
Yeah.
trust the maths behind it. Anyway, Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport, Lisa Nandy, said,
This unparalleled investment is a huge vote of confidence for the UK and puts rocket boosters under our entertainment industry. When it comes to creating world-class experiences, the UK is second to none. Really? We're proud to be backing British industry, investing in local talent and partnering with powerhouses like Universal to create jobs, growth and opportunities across the UK.
I love how they say, we're second to none, but we're partnering with this company from the USA.
That are better,
Yeah.
Better than we are to come over and do this.
Yeah.
And rocket boosters, would we say
Oh,
that's such a
no.
weird
No.
term for a British person to say.
No.
Continuing on, Chancellor of the Exchequer Rachel Reeves said,
This landmark investment in the heart of the Oxford to Cambridge growth corridor will unlock nearly £50 billion of economic growth and create tens of thousands of jobs across Bedfordshire in construction, hospitality, creative and technology sectors. Our own investment in transport and infrastructure means that local people will benefit, improving connectivity, backing our creative industries and bringing millions of visitors to the UK from across the world. We have the right economic plan, working with global investors and local leaders so we can deliver jobs, opportunity and long-term prosperity for Britain. Good.
such an amazing partnership. I know when you look at the world we live in right now, not going political, it's a bit of a mess. So for these two companies, like for our country and Universal specifically to be working together, it's a real big deal, I think.
It really is.
It is, but I do worry because we keep dipping in and out of austerity measures. And I do worry that they have a bigger vision of what it's going to be than what we can actually, as a country,
That's what's
give back. And I'm not sure that their vision is going to be fully...
That's what I was going through my head.
Whatever
when
that word is.
You were reading that.
Yeah.
I was thinking, can the UK actually...
We're small and
Yeah.
Well, bear in mind also, we're
Not
going to have
mighty
another
anymore.
general election before 2031.
no comment.
But then the argument is you invest now for the growth in the future.
You do.
I just wonder if we are going to be able to actually achieve that growth. That's my concern.
But again, you're not just looking at this country, like they said, they want to bring people from the UK and Europe.
Yep.
It's not just here. You will get people coming across from the US as well.
We need that.
It will be interesting to see. I mean, all the vloggers will be out, all the usuals,
Yeah.
the trackers, the jackies, all of that lot will be across as regularly as they can. So you are going to see that European travel plus
Yes.
from all over the place.
I know this is still technically the South, but it is nice to see large-scale investment in infrastructure outside of London.
Yes.
Yes, I would like something a little further north because everything is...
Well, it's creeping up. Bedford is above
Slowly.
London, so,
I'll be dead before they get up to our neck of the woods.
So what you're saying is in about 50 years' time, we'll get Universal Scotland Resort.
you never know.
Oh, they'll come as far as like Birmingham or Manchester and then skip the rest of the country and go right up to the north of Scotland.
Well, I mean, the kids' resort model, again, maybe not Scotland, but maybe Cornwall, Devon. That's something that could work in that part of the
Incoming.
country.
You guys book this one? Right, after a quick pause, because we got kicked out of where we were,
Quick
we've managed
pause.
to find
It's
another
2 hours later.
quiet space to finish recording this. So, Dawn, do you want to carry us on?
Yep. So Brian Roberts, chairman of Comcast Corporation, said,
This historic partnership is a special moment for our company as we bring our first Universal theme park and resort to Europe. We have a long and proud history in the United Kingdom through Sky and NBC Universal and look forward to creating a spectacular destination that supports the UK creative industries and brings joy to millions for generations to come.
Mark Woodbury, chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences, said,
Today marks a significant milestone in our journey to bring Universal United Kingdom Resort featuring immersive storytelling, thrilling attractions and unparalleled creativity and innovation to the UK. This new theme park and resort will create so many new opportunities for the people of Bedford and beyond and allow us to share our distinct experiences with the guests from around the world. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what you want to hear them say, really. Immersive storytelling, thrilling
Absolutely.
attractions. It's what we want.
Yes, we do.
yes.
Yep.
So obviously off the back of this we'd already set things up a few months ago on the off chance that the name would come out and not be Universal Great Britain. Obviously,
Yeah.
it is.
As Lee said earlier, the fact that the website was Universal UK Project probably should have been a clue.
It should have been. Like, I should have been on that. But anyway, so as of July 1st, we are going to rebrand. So, of course, the podcast name will change, but as far as I'm aware, the feed should still remain the same, but keep an eye on our socials for any of that. We're going to keep drip feeding that out to make sure everyone's on with us as we move. The Facebook page is going to change to the unofficial Universal United Kingdom podcast page, and it should be facebook.com/UUUKP, and our Instagram account will change to UUUK Podcast. So go and follow us on all of them. Ready for that changeover, and our email address will then change over to universalukpodcast@gmail.com.
The best part about this is how easily this rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm sure that, like, Lee, and if we get our fingers out, we'll just keep putting it on the social media, so it'll just be links and stuff like that, and you'll get it.
We'll get used to it before long.
You know, we've got 5 years to get used to it. It's all good.
It's true.
Yeah.
So anyway, to wrap up this episode, we continue our ongoing segment called Universal Difference. And this month, we are looking at the on-site hotel experience.
So, of course, on-site experience at Universal Orlando specifically is massive. But to give you an overview of the Universal parks around the world and what their hotels are, we're going to go through those options one at a time. So Universal Studios in Hollywood does not have its own on-site hotels, but it does have a Hilton, which is about an 8-minute walk, and a Sheraton that offers a shuttle service, but also has the Garland, which is the official partner hotel for Universal Studios Hollywood that offers a dedicated shuttle.
And Universal Japan, like Hollywood, doesn't have its own hotel, but it has a park front hotel, which is gorgeous, and it's the official Universal Studios Japan hotel, not owned by Universal, but it's a 2-minute walk away from the park, and I can actually vouch for that.
Universal Singapore does not have its own hotels either, but does have many hotels in the Sentosa area, of which the Hotel Michael is the closest to the park.
The Hotel Michael, that's such a weird
No,
name.
it really is.
Yeah,
Like the Hotel Steve.
Like, doing the research for this, that Sentosa resort that Universal Singapore is part of, such a strange...
It really is weird.
It's odd.
Yeah.
We have to visit there.
We do
one
have to
day.
visit there.
To all Universal parks.
One day.
One day. The newest resort, Universal Studios Beijing, has 2 on-site hotels. The Universal Grand Hotel, which is at the park's entrance, and the NUO Resort Hotel, which is a 5-minute walk.
So, Universal Grand Hotel, is that a Universal hotel? In the same way that
They both are in Beijing.
They both are. So they are Universal branded resorts.
Yes.
They're not
Okay.
run by half by the government or anything.
I don't
like
know,
that.
but they are classed as Universal hotels on Universal property.
So there's the Universal Grand Hotel, but the Nuo Resort is not the Universal Nuo Resort.
No, but it isn't a partner hotel, it is a Universal hotel.
That is unusual because in Orlando it's Universal Stella Nova, Universal in the summer,
But I think the
Universal
difference
Aventura.
is that they've partnered with Lowe's for that. All their hotels are run by Lowe's as an outside company. So yeah, but actually, if you look, they're not all branded Universal.
Are they not?
Or Lowe's hotels. The Royal Pacific, it's
There's
just
a
the
Lowe's.
Royal
It's
Pacific
but
Resort.
it's Universal Royal Pacific.
Are you sure?
I'm
Anyway,
fairly
to
certain.
be fair, Orlando is the anomaly when
It
we're
is,
talking
yeah,
about
it is.
on-site hotels. It is very different.
I think Orlando's just the anomaly, to
It
be
is.
quite honest, when you look around.
Well, it is. It's the only one that has multiple, but like
It's a flagship.
much more. It is 100%. With having 2 theme parks, a water park, all the hotels. It's got 3 theme parks. I meant because initially they say 4, and I don't agree. The
No, they
Volcano Bays. So yeah, it's got
It's a water park.
3 hotels, the water park. 3 parks, the water park, plus like 11 hotels. Yeah.
Thanks for taking my bit. And finally, Universal Orlando has 11 on-site hotels, the Endless Summers, Dockside and Surfside Inn and Suites, and Cabana Bay to make up the value options.
Aventura and Epic Stella Nova and Terra Luna make up the prime value offerings.
And the Signature Collection is made up of Sapphire Falls, Royal Pacific, Hard Rock, Portofino Bay, and the Helios Grand.
And the Universal United Kingdom resort we have no name for it at this point. It will be at the front of the park, like it will be part of the park, like the Helios is, and it's slated to have a 500-room on-site hotel.
Which is smaller than the smallest hotel at Universal Orlando.
What is the
Yes.
smallest hotel? Is that?
I think it's
Hard-
Helios now.
I would
Helios.
say it's Helios.
Yeah,
Yeah, it used to be
that's-
Hard Rock,
No,
wasn't it?
No.
Oh, Aventura?
I think I think Surfside's smaller.
Is it? Okay, but the thing is, when I think Surfside, I think of one big hotel, not two
Yeah,
Yeah.
individual
together, yeah.
hotels. That's also the justification for Hard Rock often having higher prices than the other, what they call signature hotels, is because it's smaller.
Yeah.
And therefore, especially during horror nights, the rooms sell out quicker.
I think it's because it's closer, not necessarily because it's smaller.
It's closer to studios, not islands.
So what?
Yeah, well, that's
it's
what you
closer
need
to
it to
horror
for
nights.
horror
Horror
nights.
nights,
That's
yeah,
why.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
So what do we think that the Bedford Hotel could be called? I mean, looking back at what we've had, like Hotel Dave, Hotel Greg's.
Actually, just to jump
Hotel
in, yes,
Greg's,
Hard Rock
yes.
only has 650 rooms, so I think Stella Nova and Terra Luna have 700 and Surfside has like 900 and something, so you're
So
right.
up
it is.
until Helios, it was the smallest.
Isn't Helios what, like
it's around-
480, something
yeah.
like that?
To me, this sounds, the scale of the hotel in the United Kingdom resort sounds like a Helios scale hotel.
Yeah, and I think
It's the same size as Helios. Helios is 500 rooms.
Okay.
I was close.
I wonder if they're going to also have third-party hotels
There's
near
gotta
it, like
be, and-
Hilton or
yeah. And
like the other
Premier Inn.
Premier Inn.
Yeah, and I think that around as
Travel
well,
Lodge.
some people who have the room may Airbnb rooms out.
I'm sure.
And
Yeah.
you'll see people who'll buy places for B&Bs and stuff.
It does make me wonder, though, what the pricing is going to be at that 500-room hotel, because that is not a lot of hotel rooms for a destination
No.
this size.
But we also have to remember that we're a small country, so for those of us who live here, technically we all could drive home afterwards.
We could, but
We don't want to.
we don't
We
want
don't
to.
want.
We
to,
also don't
no.
want it to be a one-day park.
No, we don't.
But again, that leads into the conversation that we're having as far as the universal difference is that on-site experience. You're not necessarily staying at that hotel because it's easier than going home. You're staying it to be fully immersed
Part of the bubble.
that we talked about on last episode. So that on-site experience, and again, our experience from those on-site hotels is Universal Orlando, and even those outliers like a Surfside or a Dockside, you still very much get that Universal experience.
I mean, I'm not saying we know, but I know from spending time on the various Facebook groups that there are people who live locally, easy driving distance to Orlando, who do staycations
Yep,
at the
we know the
resort to
same.
stay in the hotels, to stay within, again, the bubble.
So I wonder what if there is going to be any sort of theming for this hotel, because the ones in Universal in Orlando all have a separate theme for each of their hotels, and it plays into the immersiveness of being there. It's
My uneducated guess on this one would be it's the second time they've done what is essentially an in-park hotel after Helios. Helios is themed Mediterranean. It's the sun over Epic Universe, but that's because Epic Universe is an unusual theme park. If we're having a studios-themed park, my guess would be that the hotel overlooks it would be some sort of Hollywood-type theme, maybe along the lines of Hard Rock, but not quite the rock star vibe.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like resort. That to me says more than one hotel, so I think this is just the first hotel. I think we're going to see maybe 3 or 4.
will there be separate themings?
I think
that
so.
would be really cool.
I mean, depending on what happens with Hard Rocks, obviously they're like having administration problems. We could see a Hard Rock.
Yeah.
We could, we could see transplants from like popular hotels from around the world.
I think
which would be good.
we're not going to see tropical theming.
No.
Because it's not going to work.
No, that's a piss take for the Brits.
But I can see, I think we will see theming. I don't think we're going to have a generic hotel.
No.
But then I wonder what hotel conglomerate is going to be.
I mean, that's the interesting part,
Running
isn't it?
this.
Lowe's,
So the argument is they might not.
yeah.
I think you've got to look at Epic Universe to look as far as a theme for this hotel, because you've got Stella Nova and Terra Luna and Helios are all based around. So obviously Stella and Terra are that sort of space and Earth themed off the back of Celestial Park, that cosmos themed, and then Helios goes, like you say, that is it Greek with Achilles and whatever the 2 statues are. Who's the guy with the arrow? Apollo and whatever she's called.
She is. I've had too many beers.
I know, we
I
should
know all
know
of
this.
this.
You were talking about this on your UOP just the other week as
Yeah,
well.
you were.
Yeah, we talked about Celestial Park.
It's
But
like-
anyway,
it's like, ask me later why Helios is
so
named
it's
wrong.
like Celestial Park, the two budget hotels are based off that theme, and then Helios is off obviously the theme of the gods and all the rest of it that's in there. So I think you won't necessarily get whatever the theme of this is until we find out what the theme of that park is going to be.
I mean, I think if it's a
Greg's.
studios park, it's likely.
You still say that, but there's still nothing to suggest that it's going to be
No, I said
studios.
if it's a studios park. No, you're right. I think the theming of the hotel, being an in-park hotel, will be in line with the theming of that section of the park.
Yeah.
There has to be. Otherwise, it's going to look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do in this country. We have a lot of history. We have a lot of myths and legends, and it could be something that's to do with all of that.
We're getting a Jack the Ripper hotel. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, lock your doors at 9.
What I do love
If
about
you want to.
going back onto talking about like Universal's hotels and stuff, what I do love about them, how they theme their hotels compared to something like a Disney, it's the theme is timeless.
Yeah.
You look at something like Cabana Bay, Aventura, Royal Pacific, Portofino Bay, Hard Rock, so much, but the others, it's not a Harry Potter hotel.
Yeah.
It's not Minions or whatever. Yes, there's elements within those hotels like the Minion rooms.
Yeah.
Or
But they can easily
Tower
retheme
Trinity Dragon,
those.
that's what I
Yeah.
mean. So I like that they've come up with a timeless classic theme, but then they can still put their IP theme in there if they need. And I think this will be the same.
And we know that over here that themed hotels aren't unusual. We have stayed in the one in Alton Towers
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
Splash Landings, the Alton Towers Hotel, even those the
because we've got a
stargazing
bridge that
pods and stuff.
gorgeous.
The thing that
Yeah.
I like about Universal's hotels over Disney is that it feels like Disney really differentiate amongst the different like tiers of their hotels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you get to the
Yes.
bottom tiers, they're essentially fancy motels. They've
Yeah.
got outdoor
Yeah.
corridors. Universal don't do that. They've
No.
got, yeah, sure.
There's
there
a
are different
level
levels
of
of
quality
services.
between the two,
exactly.
but yes.
But even at the value at Universal is a completely different word to value at Disney.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you're
No.
cheaping out even staying at those bottom tier hotels.
No, because at the end of the day, really, the big difference is in accessibility of the park, whether you get an express or something like that.
Or
That's-
being able to easily walk or
Yeah.
walk
transportation.
Yeah.
So it's not actually, the beds are all the same. As
Yeah.
far as I'm aware, they use the same beds, the same pillows, the same duvets in every single hotel. So you're not getting skimped out on in that sort of quality. It's just, you end up, as a consumer, you put your value in what you want when you're in the parks.
Yeah, on our most
So-
recent trip, we did Stella Nova and then Sapphire Falls.
Yeah.
And looking at it objectively, the room at Stella Nova was nicer than the room at Sapphire Falls. You
It
just
should be
take-
because it's a lot newer.
it is a lot newer, but it's still the price difference.
Yep.
Yeah, and also I think it's the food options as well.
That's true.
That makes a
yeah.
big difference.
That's probably the bigger one. You
Yeah.
look at like Helios, like those top 4 Helios, Hard Rock.
I think Helios and Hard Rock are bad food options personally.
Really?
But when I'm
Yeah,
not necessarily
okay.
saying whether the quality, just the options that you have compared
Okay,
to a dockside, surfside with a bog standard.
At Hard Rock,
little-
you've got the kitchen, which I think is mediocre.
I agree.
Very expensive.
Terrible.
And then you've got Velvet Lounge, which is a bar.
Yeah.
Apart from
Yeah.
that, and also the Palm, which I'm sorry, like
It's
you're
an
not- you-
overpriced steak.
But then you've got
place.
Emac and Bolio's and
That's
stuff. There's other
the-
options. It's not just about restaurants. It's about the whole
Options,
experience.
yeah,
I'm
in
with you.
there.
Yeah.
You look at Dockside and Surfside, all you've got Beach Break and Pier 8, like very generic.
And Stella Nova and Tavaluna, you've just
Peter
got
8
the
has
food
not
court.
done as badly.
They're
though.
great. I'm not saying they're not
But
great.
that's
But what
what
I'm saying is
for-
it's that quality of
Yes.
But if
and
I had
options
to, if I had to stay and only eat the food in one of those hotels for like 4 or 5 days,
Yeah.
ignoring the theme parks, I'd rather stay at Stella Nova or in the summer than Hard Rock because I don't eat in the
Agreed.
kitchen at all.
Nope.
And the Palm, even if I could eat there 4 or 5 days in a row, I would be so sick of it by
Yeah,
the end.
right.
It's so rich. I think the variety in the other resorts outshines it entirely.
I
Well,
think
because-
sorry, Don, go on.
Because Sapphire Falls has just got
Sapphire Falls are strong.
Amethyst
strong
and
water.
water.
But strong
Amethyst,
water is the best place to eat in the entire resort.
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But
It
then
is.
honestly,
Favourite.
I think Cabana Bay's got one of the best options.
Cabana Bay is amazing.
I think
for
Bayliner
food.
Diner is phenomenal.
We've never been there.
Never been there.
Like so many different. Again, it's
Take
cafeteria
a trip
style,
over it. Honestly, it's great.
but something for everyone.
Especially now they've got the malt shop as well.
Yeah.
You know.
And a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, I've heard that bowling alley does decent food.
Yes, I've heard it's one of the best burgers on property.
Yeah.
But the benefits of
Wow.
staying on site at Universal as a rule is, you've got that transport. Obviously, you're not going to have this because it's in the park, but it's like the transport, being able to buy crap in the park and get it shipped to your room, not have to worry about, taking it with you, or carrying it around, whatever. Food, just I don't know whether Express Pass is going to be a thing in this park. Initially, probably not. Look,
Probably not.
Maybe.
Not for the first year anyway.
Well, it is at Epic, so maybe as an add-on, but it's not going to be part of the hotel.
The other thing, though, is early park entry.
Yes.
And it does not make sense to open a park early for 500 rooms, maximum of 2,000 people, 4 people a room. So if you're looking at early park entry being part of this, then you would assume that there's going to be other hotels, maybe good neighbor hotels, which also have that same benefit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no point in opening the park for an hour for 2,000 people.
Yeah. See,
I don't know. I think you could ramp the price of those hotels up, and that's a massive selling point.
Yeah, I'd rather... I hate early park admission. I'd much rather...
You don't like getting up.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd rather the hours be at the end of the day.
You're on vacation, you want to sleep in and rest.
Chris is listening to this, right, going, yes, sing it, brother.
You see, I wouldn't... Going off the Alton Towers whole format, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like what are they called? I call them the Hobbit houses.
I don't know what they're
Like
called, but
the
yes,
Hobbit
that's what
houses.
we call them.
Yeah, you know,
They're so cool. I love them.
I wouldn't think that would be something that would stay for a long time, but I think as an interim thing between hotels being built, you have your first one up, I could see something like camping pods
Glamping.
being part of it as a temporary measure while they're building the second hotel.
It's a very cheap way to
And
do
it's-
it. And if they want
Right.
to redevelop that land in the future for other purposes, then it's not
exactly. It's just temporary,
So kind of throwing that into the mix then, talking about the competition that we have over here and looking at something like Alton Towers, that you've got those on-site hotels plus the stargazing pods and those Hobbit huts. Now, the problem is there's not anything to do on a night.
No.
There really isn't.
And the
Unless you
food
want to go and see the crappy entertainment in the bar.
And the food
No, thank
options
you.
are terrible at Alton Towers. Now, it used to be great. It's awful.
And it's also not like you can leave Alton Towers land and go and find somewhere local.
Go to the
because
Alton Village,
it's,
no.
There's just nothing there.
So what
And-
time does Alton Tower shut? Just like 8?
It's quite
No,
early.
it's like
No,
5 or 6
5 or
o'clock.
6,
It's
yeah.
really early.
And it opens like
opens
9,
at
10
10.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is why
Really short day.
we need that city walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs, it definitely.
Yes.
That's the thing that's really letting those two hotels down at Epic right now.
But don't
Unless
forget,
you're
it's-
going into Epic, which not everyone has that option to dip in and out.
Even, it lets all three down, because not even Helios is exempt.
No.
Because you stay in Helios, Flora Taverna, hugely expensive. Or Helios.
Even more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although with what's going on, I expect that shortly the Celestial Park is going to be open way later to
Well, we're-
Helios guests. With everything that's
No,
going on
I don't
with
think it will be open to Helios guests. I think it will be open to everyone.
I mean-
because they're already testing that open hub, and I hate that idea.
Yeah, I'm not
So you
a
can,
fan.
you can get tickets.
No, you just
just
be able
walk
to
in
walk
free.
into.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not now. They're testing it at the moment. There was a beauty
anyone
thing.
They've
can-
tested it with private events, haven't they? Where there's still park guests in the main Celestial Park hub, and then you have people who are part of a private event being able to go in and out of the lounge.
Oh, is that okay?
No?
They can go into Celestial Park, but unless you've got a park ticket, you can't
Oh
get
no,
into the
that's what we're
worlds.
talking about potentially happening. But at the moment, what they have, the way they've tested it, is there was some sort of private event, and the world's shut, and that they were doing facial recognition for people going in and out of certain portals, whilst people who were in the park on a normal day ticket were still in Celestial.
That's not how I read it.
no,
I
sir.
read it as that the park was open, the private event was there, they could get into Celestial Park, but it was only people still in the park with a day ticket that could use that facial recognition to get into the portals. So if you were a guest of that private event, if you tried to get in, you couldn't because you haven't got a day pass.
So it's the
you
opposite
just-
way round.
So you're literally
Okay.
just confined. So that the idea
Until-
is that they can open Celestial Park
Okay.
to everyone.
So they opened it to guests of the private event before the portals were open to them. They could mingle into Celestial Park,
Yeah.
and then once the park shut,
As far as I'm aware, they couldn't get into the worlds either. As far as I know,
No, it's just Celestial Park.
I think.
so it's a private event, and people just could access
Yeah, it was just a
Celestial, and
bless-
they couldn't access any portals
Unless
at
they had
any
a
point.
ticket.
Weird.
Yeah.
Because
but
if
that
you-
concerns me because that means that Celestial Park, which for me is supposed to be a peaceful wind down area, a chill out
gonna get
zone, is
busy.
going to be so busy.
Right, but from Universal, we've completely gone off topic, right? But, like, so
Always.
from the standpoint of Universal right now, you've eaten at Atlantic, yes?
Yes.
And you've eaten a Blue Dragon.
Yes.
Have you ever had issue getting a reservation at either of those restaurants.
Same day, 10 minutes before.
Anytime you...
No.
Exactly.
Easily.
And that's what Universal are trying to do, because they need to drive...
And half the table's empty when you're in them.
Yeah.
And they need to drive
I understand it,
custom
yeah.
to that, and that's why they're doing it.
So what I'm hearing is we need to go more. Okay.
So
But
what?
anyway,
Or an annual pass after 5 p.m.
Right.
ticket type thing.
Yeah, because
yeah.
after 5 works because it's open later.
Wasn't it
And
the other
also
one's
the
4
park-
p.m. for the annual pass?
That's for the express
Express
on the top
one.
tier
Okay.
annual pass. But if you go in, like when we were there earlier this year with the UK ticket where we could park hop, we would often go into Epic in the evening because we'd walk onto Ministry with like
because
a 20-minute
at 5
queue.
o'clock everyone buggers off.
Yeah, exactly. So I can see why they'd want to get people in the evening, but having just open to any, it doesn't seem like the
I
right way to
don't
do it.
like the idea, but anyway, it's
So
kind
Well,
of...
it's off
going
topic.
back to the I know we're going off topic. Just I've got one question. If they close off the port, if they open Celestial Park, and you need tickets for each going into each portal or each world, can you pick and choose what world you want to go into? Do you have to buy different tickets for each? Do you think that's going to happen, or do you buy one for
I think
all?
that maybe.
I
I
think
think
it
that'll
will.
get tested.
I think it will come eventually. We've been talking about it since Epic Universe first got mentioned with the separate portals, that we think that's the way it will go. But I think initially, probably for the first year, it will be a case of you have to have a park ticket. Because Stardust Races and Celestial Carousel,
They're set up for it as well. aren't they?
Constellation, sorry,
thank you.
Stardust Races and Constellation Carousel also have those facial recognition
Yeah.
stanchions. So it's just to drive people into the restaurants and the bars to flesh that out.
Oh, and they need to.
They do need to.
Yeah, we've been in Plastered Owl at, an hour.
With the Plaster Owl.
On
Find that
occasion.
hard to believe.
On occasion, Tracy. And the last time we were there, they were shutting the Plastered Owl an hour before park close. Mm-hmm. Because
Yes.
it was dead in there.
Yeah.
We were the
Yeah.
only people, not the only people. We were
That is
almost the
an-
only people in there.
Oh, that really makes me upset and angry because people are sleeping on the Plaster Owl.
People just leave the park.
But this is because they've done all the rides, or it's too busy and I'm done, I want
Yeah.
to leave. And this is what we're trying to talk about with Epic, is to really force people into treating Epic very differently from any other theme
Right.
park. That's the problem. I've done all the rides, that's it, I'm done, I need
Yeah.
to leave. That is not Epic Universe.
That's when you sit with a drink and a snack and you just wind down and enjoy the atmosphere for the rest of the night. Maybe I'm just getting old.
The narrative out there at the moment about Epic is that you get there for early entry. You get there an hour before early entry.
Yeah.
You get the join the mass. You go straight to Ministry of Donkey Kong. You do this, you do this, you do this, trying to get through all the major attractions as quickly as possible. Whereas what you could do is roll in at sort of 4 p.m., do what you want in whatever order you want, and still get through the same experience without hours stood in line.
I can't remember who it was that I was either talking to or watching. I can't remember. There's a lot of conversations go on. And they had early entry, they ignored all the places everybody else goes. And by 11 o'clock, they'd done everything
It's
else in
us.
the park.
Yeah.
It was us.
You did that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was somebody else said who's done
everyone
it.
went to Ministry
Yeah.
or like or
It was on.
Nintendo.
It was a TikTok that I got sent.
Oh.
And I
We
knew
did
it was
that
familiar.
too.
Yes.
And we
Yeah.
went to Burke first.
And it was after
Yeah.
4
Yeah.
o'clock. They went and got the other two. It was Ministry and what's the other big one?
Donkey Kong, Mario Kart.
Yeah, and they got those done after 4.
The only line which doesn't drop in Epic all day, I know we've gone super off topic, the only line which doesn't drop all day is Donkey Kong. Everything else drops.
Because it goes down every 30
No,
minutes.
yeah.
But anyway, getting back onto
yeah.
the hotels.
Oh, that's spoil sport.
The hotel experience, it's so funny. Tracy and I talked that we never thought we would become on-site hotel people, ever.
That's what poor.
I never even look at an off-site
No.
hotel now when I'm looking
No.
to book.
I'll be honest, we've been stung. The last few times we've been off-site, we've been stung by shitty hotels, and I am too old and too cranky to put up with that shit anymore.
But I love, just because they're all team members.
Yep.
It might not be, they might be Lowe's owned, but they're all staffed by Universal.
They're
team
Universal
members.
trained as well, I'm sure.
And
I
just
actually-
having that level of just they're so amenable, so chatty, and it just adds to it makes that whole experience. It's not like your Universal experience doesn't happen as soon as you walk into
Of
those
course.
gates.
Yeah.
It starts the minute you
Check
wake
into the
up,
hotel.
basically.
Yeah.
I found one of my favourite people in the world in a Universal hotel.
We didn't meet in a Universal Hotel.
No, Ryan.
Ryan, I adore Ryan. She is awesome. If you're listening, Ryan, I love you and I miss you. And we also bonded over BTS. So I was
Oh,
that
yeah.
5-minute trip to the to
It
the
was longer than
concierge.
5
It was like
minutes.
40
but
minutes
whatever.
and we
I
were
was like, where
late.
the hell is she?
This is why I'm a little bit disappointed that at opening, at least, it sounds like we're going to have one hotel with 500 rooms, because
Yeah.
it means most people visiting aren't going to get that experience.
That's very true.
Yes.
And that is part of what is for, I think, all of
I'm
us.
hoping we do.
Well, we will.
Because
we have to.
that's
For
your job.
yeah, we will make this happen
Yeah,
somehow.
we
For our first visit, we have to.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely
a really
agree.
good point.
But for most people,
I'm excited for our first visit
can you
together.
imagine?
You're right. I never considered
be awesome.
most people.
Most people
very
won't get-
few people are going to
Yeah.
get that experience in
Yeah.
the first.
But I also think that
2,000 people essentially a day. If you do 4 people in every room max capacity,
I wouldn't be surprised if by the time they open there's 2 hotels.
even then,
No, I don't think.
Because-
Well, I think they would have announced that by now.
Well, we've got 5 years. A lot can change in 5 years.
This is
We could
true.
have no
That's
park
true.
in 5 years.
Oh,
Don't say that.
As I'm saying, but like, the world changes so fast.
It's true.
We could end up with they're already planning the next park. The ground could be broken on and everything on the next park. I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't 2 hotels up. I think the second one will at least be foundations and so many floors up. So
I hope so, because I think people visiting this park deserve that experience that we all get in Orlando.
Again, I think comparing what we're talking about to Orlando is a bad comparison,
It is, yeah.
because
of course it
Orlando
is 2 different
is,
fish.
as we've already said, it's the only one that has real, for me, really proper on-site hotels, that whole experience. But I would expect this to work off the back of that, knowing that that's the bar that's been set to give us the same level of on-site experience that we have in Orlando, because most people coming from the UK will be used to that experience if they've visited Universal before, because that's
Yeah,
where they
that's a
will
good
be
point.
going.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's
And again, everything we're talking about relies upon what you hope, Lee, which is that the team members have that same customer service training that we have all come to know and love in Orlando.
well. When they
so.
employ me, and I'm the head of them all, I will make damn sure that they do.
And you can get us free rooms. Yay!
Yay!
I think
For a nice little price.
I think that's the biggest issue, actually,
Yeah.
is that level of training of their team members.
People, you said something that's concerned me, and it's like, I need the people of Britain to be on their very best behaviour, because I know they're not going to be. They're not going to be. And it's like,
Hang on,
This-
I'm going to jump in there. It's not just the people of Great Britain, because that's not where everyone's coming from. They're all over the world. It's
no,
not just...
but they're coming to Britain, and I want us to represent this
Okay,
company.
fair enough.
Country.
Country.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a company at this point. We're ambassadors for this country, and we're going to fall short. And that's
Oh,
my
yeah,
big
we will.
worry. You know, and it's like, come on, people, we have to step it up, because we've got to show the rest of the world that
Well,
There's
a
a reason why we're
500 room
Great Britain.
hotel, how many members of staff can a 500 room hotel have? 100?
What? I
Really?
think you'll be surprised.
that's just housekeeping, I would imagine.
I have no idea.
I
I'm hoping that the number of people who are employed in this hotel, they can find enough people.
I would imagine at least 250, at least, because you've got to
I
think
would say
about
more than that.
That's what I said. At least you've got to think about. You've got your concierge and all your check-in desk stuff. You've got your housekeeping. You've got your bar and your
And
restaurant
different
people.
rotas, different
True.
shifts.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're
I
probably,
did not think that through, clearly.
It could be 500 people, like one per room, even though that's not how things work. But
Either way, if this is their flagship hotel at their new resort,
Yeah.
not their flagship resort, but their new resort, I would hope that they put the best in there. And I think
hope so.
I think the service in this hotel is going to be good.
I hope so.
I have never worked in the hotel industry.
Nope.
But I'm the type of person that my personality is, if I can be of service to somebody, I'm in my happy place. I hate work and I hate people, but if I am helping people, it does my soul good as well.
Satisfaction. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, these are the type of people that need work in there, because I would go above and beyond for my job in this, knowing how important it is in Orlando and the other parks, that how those little things make a difference to people's days.
Yeah.
These are the people that need to be frontline.
What I would
And
like
it's-
to see is a lot of people who are fans of the Orlando parks want to work there because they will understand that level of guest experience.
I mean, to be fair, I would be backstage writing the scripts and the
You know what I mean,
show
though?
treatments, but I will take what I can get, because you can work your way up.
It's like those people that have been to Orlando, the next best thing is like, I could work for Universal
Yeah.
in their brand new park and understand, like people really, when you went back sort of 10, 15, 20 years ago, when people were desperate to work for Disney because they loved the Magic Kingdom.
There's the
and all
cultural
that.
representative program still. People apply in England to go to Orlando to
I know
work
a
in
few.
Epcot for,
I've interviewed a couple for UUOP that have gone out and worked in Orlando.
and there's a
because of
Yummy
it.
Jobs
Yeah,
equivalent,
Yummy
isn't
Jobs,
there,
yeah.
for the Universal equivalent?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have encouraged
really?
both of my children to do this. And I think, they're useless. We raised them wrong. And I think I'm too old for it because I have looked and I would do it, sorry.
Have you
You know,
looked?
I'll go at the other side of the world, though.
Of course I have.
Of course you have.
Of course I have. Too old. Sigh.
Awesome.
Anyway, we went wildly off topic there, but I think that
Really?
brings us to the not like us.
Surprise me.
But that does bring us to the end of this 11th episode of the podcast, formerly known as the unofficial Universal Great Britain podcast. And we will continue to discuss the upcoming arrival of the UK park.
But in the meantime, make sure to like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Just search UUUK Podcast and email us at universalukpodcast@gmail.com.
And make sure to check out the other podcasts on the UUOP network. Of course, the flagship, I like that word, the flagship podcast is the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
And there's also Rush of Fear, our year-round Halloween Horror Nights podcast.
The theme park duo for SoCal Theme Park and Haunt News, as well as general theme park info.
The Taste of Universal, our Universal food and beverage dedicated podcast.
The Podkey Passport, our adult-centric Disney podcast.
Big Dumb Stuff, our comedy, pop culture and themed entertainment podcast.
Theme Park Throwdown, a weekly battle between your favourite theme parks.
Find them on all podcast platforms, but also the Fudge Factor, helping you plan the best Universal Orlando vacation. Find them on their YouTube channel for in-park vlogs.
We'd also love for you to help shape the conversation, so do get in touch with any topics you'd like to hear covered.
But for now, that'll be us signing off. We hope you'll join us next month on the unofficial Universal United Kingdom podcast.
Siddhi.